It's the holiday season, so whether you like it or not, holiday core is about to take over every crevice of the Western world. It's music, food, scents, decor, clothing, and of course, movies. It's very hard to avoid a Christmas movie in the months of November and December. There are some really incredible Christmas movies that I will indulge and enjoy every single year. The Grinch, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Holiday, Claus is also kind of an underrated gem. However, there's a disproportionate amount of really, really bad Christmas movies. And one Christmas movie in particular I feel qualified to discuss and dissect, which is Bratz Babies Save Christmas. I want to add that a lot of the really terrible Christmas movies in the world have to do with the theme of saving Christmas, and I'm just confused because how do you save Christmas? Christmas happens no matter what. I thought what better way to get into the holiday spirit than to watch a Bratz Christmas movie. So let's discuss this movie, because if we don't discuss these things, then they're going to get lost forever, and then we won't reflect on what they've done. I don't know if that's good or bad yet. I want to also note that we have Bratz Babies, Bratz Kids, and we have the regular Bratz. So there's 3 generations of Bratz. Bratz Babies are babies, not kids.
Goo goo gaga.
I want us to all think about that throughout this film on why the hell are they babies?
Let's rock!
So we start off with the 2 words, let's rock, because that's what we're about to do. We're about to do that when we watch this movie.
My dearies, seeing you will be the best Christmas Eve present your parents could have.
This is Graham, and this is her massive house. Graham is always babysitting the babies. Chloe, Jade, Sasha, and Yasmin. I was confused for a long time about Graham's relationship with the 4 babies. I'm assuming that all of the girls' parents are really close, that they just let Graham babysit all 4 babies. Imagine babysitting 4 babies.
It's been great having you visit, Yasmin.
That's Sasha. I'm Yasmin.
And you too, Chloe.
I'm Jade. That's Chloe.
Okay, so Graham is blind. So how she's able to take care of 4 babies for an unknown amount of time is concerning, for sure. The 4 girls' parents are all on a snowboarding trip, which that's pretty cool. The girls are so excited for their parents to come pick them up on Christmas Eve. Turns out, unfortunately, the parents got snowed in.
Snowed in at the airport?
If someone is at an airport around Christmas time, they're going to be stuck there. It's just the law. It's the law of a Christmas movie. With Christmas movies, I just feel like there is no push for new material ever. Now, this was made in 2008, but I feel like the narrative of getting snowed in on Christmas Eve has been happening since 1925. Get new material. Me getting mad about Bratz Babies Save Christmas, get new material. But I want to take a moment before we continue to talk about the hair. The hair was truly a moment in time. I'm not going to lie to you. All 4 hair is incredible, amazing, beautiful, and wonderful. But Yasmin's hair in this movie, everyone.
Katrina!
We can still have a wonderful Christmas here.
Are babies able to slam doors? What constitutes a baby? Because Bratz kids, they're like 7 to 8, 9, 10-ish. So are they like 4? Because they're referencing that they were doing Christmas since they've been 2.
You've always had Christmas at home for years and years. Ever since we were 2.
So does that mean that they didn't have Christmas before they were 2? Were they just born being 2? You know how people will be like, oh, they're like 48 months. I'm like 12, 24. So 48 months. When you stop referencing someone in months, is that when they stop being a baby? Anyway, Graham feels so bad for the girlies.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell you what, we'll do presents and snowflakes and cookies and lights. It'll be like no Christmas you ever had before.
They have this nice little montage where, you know, they're wrapping the gifts. Ba 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 ba. They're having a good time, but the girls are still like, this is not the same. I want to know where Graham's Oscar is for this scream.
What if I take you to the shopping mall to talk to Santa Claus? Would that make you feel better?
We cut to the Santa Claus character, who I believe is the true reincarnation of the fake Santa from Elf.
Of course I'll pay you back every penny I owe you.
Just cool it, Zippy.
He looks to reek of beef and cheese. So fake Santa's name is Max, and he's in need of $100,000. I don't know what happened. I honestly couldn't understand a word he was saying.
By the time I got unstuck, the armored car we were supposed to stick up was gone!
And he has these two goons dressed as elves.
We got till midnight to make that money back, or we'll be hanging by our toes from the boss's Christmas tree!
Classic. It's always the boss on the phone that you owe money to in a movie. Anyway, their plan is to pickpocket parents while this guy pretends to be Santa. And I don't know in what world this was a good idea, because I even think in like the most rich part of the world, you couldn't pickpocket enough money to get $100K in one day. I could have told you that, and I'm not even a criminal that I know of.
Ha! There he is!
It's showtime.
So that kid is yapping to Max, aka fake Santa, while the two goons pickpocket the parents. The criminals go and see what treasures they have.
$1, $2.
Could have told you.
Santa!
That wallet is that kid's dad's. It had about $1,000 in it.
Why would he tear up the $1,000 he was able to collect? Like, you're just a terrible criminal.
I was robbed!
Hey!
After this fiasco, Graham and the girls arrive.
Excuse me, where is Santa Claus?
He's not here today.
Not here?
We're sorry for the inconvenience. On Christmas Eve, Santa is always at the North Pole, getting ready for his flight around the world.
This kid does not get paid enough for his job. I know that immediately, but I love how committed he is.
Whoa, look!
The girls are on a mission to go see Santa, and then they run into this 9-year-old. He looks like a 9-year-old, but he has more of a baby voice than the babies.
Huh?
And I don't have a mom or dad.
Why does this grown kid have a babyier voice than the 4 babies in the movie? I know logistically why, but also it's off-putting a little bit. Is it supposed to be like boss baby type energy? Maybe. He really wants this toy car. I guess it's kind of a toy car. It's kind of like the Barbie Jeeps, one of those type of cars. Where it's not really a car, but this one looks like it can race. His name's Zachary, and he's really sad that he is not going to get that car for Christmas, and he's going back to the orphanage, and the girls feel so bad for him.
We really have to find Santa now and tell him about those kids.
And they're kind of superheroes, but we already had a Bratz Babies superhero movie, and we do not need another one. The girls lost Graham, and they end up running into Max and overhearing Max on the phone.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be able to deliver this Christmas.
He can't deliver the presents? No Christmas?
He's referencing the $100,000, but the girls think he's talking about Christmas in general. So they're like, oh my God, Christmas is canceled. Christmas is still happening, you're just not gonna get presents. Christmas Eve kind of sucked.
I remember every Christmas when I was a little girl, I wanted to see Santa too.
Did you see him?
I wanted to, but I never did.
What if Graham was just like, yeah, and then I learned Santa wasn't real. She just ruins it for them forever.
Nobody's climbing down the chimney tonight. You'll see.
Someone will climb down the chimney tonight.
Why was she pretending to be a part of the machine? Is it illegal to be dressed as Santa on Christmas Eve outside of your own home?
The orphans of Summer House are going to get the season's hottest toy, delivered by the big guy himself.
Summer House! That's where that kid lives. What kid? Zachary! The kid with no mom and dad.
Chloe was like, who? Who is that?
Will Santa put this one in his sleigh, or just hitch his reindeer to it and fly it to the kids of Summer House?
Poor Zachary. This shouldn't happen to those kids.
So the girls just assume Christmas still isn't happening, and maybe that the commercial was just like previously recorded or something. So they're like, okay, we have to get on this. We have to be the elves and we need to help Santa out.
We've been doing Christmas since we were 2. We're sure to get hired. Hired? Where? The North Pole? Where else?
Meanwhile, Graham is stuck on the roof. Who would have thought that you could just drive around one of these machines that are outside of homes?
Not only is Santa bringing the summer house orphans a surprise present, there's a surprise inside the surprise. A donation of $1 million.
Max and the 2 goons see the same commercial on a TV at the diner. And why did this part make me so mad?
Steal the orphan's Christmas present?
Oh, you wouldn't.
You couldn't.
I would. I could. And I will.
Max is just insufferable. Like, he's so unlikable. And the 2 goons love them. Love them so much.
What kind of security guard doesn't know what Santa Claus looks like? If you don't know what Santa Claus looks like, you ought to turn in your badge.
What was that?
I feel like Paul Blart put her on his vision board. The security guard is now tracking down Max and the goons, who are headed to the North Pole. We don't know what that area is, but it's where the little car is with all the money. And that's where the Bratz Babies are also going. So everyone is going to the same location now. And the girls are just driving this sleigh around town. I don't know how they have any idea where they're going. I had no concept of geography when I was a baby. That's for sure. I don't even have concept of geography now, but as a baby, we have this fun little car chase scene.
Pull over! We're putting you under arrest!
Arrest this.
Enemies to lovers? I apologize.
You're under arrest.
Here. Merry Christmas.
Is this woman special ops? This whole time she's actually a CIA agent. The operation of Max and the 2 goons is like they're on the like FBI 10 most wanted list. Well, I guess if they need $100,000, the crime that they're doing has to be pretty insane. So while Max and the goons are driving, the goons are trying to be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe this isn't a good idea.
Isn't it against the code of the claws or something?
I think we should normalize growling. No. I take that back. Let's not do that ever. In theory, I thought it could be fun, but actually in practice, I don't think it would be. And keep in mind, during all of this, Graham is still stuck on the roof.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Hold on. Someone set off the alarms right now because that's Chloe's parents walking by. Apparently the parents are stuck at the airport because of a snowstorm, but why are Chloe's parents right outside of Graham's house? And I have proof this is Chloe's parents. And I know these movies are not high budget, so it's really difficult to create new characters, but you're telling me they couldn't even change the hair colors or something? Because that's Chloe's parents. Graham really needs to be asking for help better. She needs to use that scream she used earlier, because I bet she'd get some help then. So Max and the goons arrive and they're like, okay, we need to take the key out of this elf's pocket for the trunk of this toy car, which why is there a key to open the trunk of the toy car? Because a kid's going to lose that. That is a design flaw. I'll tell you that right away. And the girls are like, hey, we're here to become elves and help out Santa. And then the 2 goons show up and they're like, what's up? They're trying to figure out a way to get the key.
Are you applying to be elves too?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ralphie and Reggie reporting for elf duty.
But Sasha impresses them with her yo-yo skills and then they become besties.
Trot the kitty, Foxy Woxy, ring her round the Saturn.
And the elf guy's like, okay, let me put you through some training. Which I'm like, it's kind of late, isn't it? It's like already Christmas. It's on Christmas. It's like the day of the big job and they're doing training. Anyway, they have a good time doing the elf training.
Well, you're all looking to me like elf material.
And I'm just wondering during this training, I'm like, is this guy the only elf there? Is he running the show? What is going on? Where's Santa? So Max finally manages to get the key. And the girls approach him. They're like, hey, Santa, what's up? Where are you going?
It's you!
And he's like, I'm off, bye. And they're like, vibes are off with him.
Wowzer, Bowser. Is the big guy on a sugar lure or what?
And then our girl shows up.
Hold it! Right there!
No, boss! Honest! Boss, I was gonna split it with you!
She's boss.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I was a little bit gagged here. I'm not going to lie to you. I was not expecting that good plot twist because I had such low expectations for this movie that I was like, wow, that is a good plot point. Okay. Boss and Max end up locking up the main elf boy, and the Bratz Babies. The two goons are like, oh, we feel kind of bad about this because we actually really like them and we want to be friends with them. Or actually like really have kind hearts. We were just put in a really difficult situation. So after the goons decide, hey, we're actually good guys, they let out the Bratz and the elf. The elf guy's like, hey, let's take the reindeer. And the reindeer help them catch them in the getaway car. I guess I don't know the actual speed of a reindeer in a toy car. I'm assuming they would be a little bit different, that it would be quite easy to catch them. Anyway, there was a little bit of a car chase scene. They managed to knock Boss and Max off the road. The way they fall in the snow is so damn funny. And then the cops come, which I didn't even know they were involved in arrest Boss and Max. The elf is like, hey, goons, you want to be elves actually? You got the stature and the clothes. And they're like, yeah, we love Christmas. So I guess Zachary ended up getting his $1 million and a toy car. And I love how the whole time no one's like, your babies? How did you manage this? Your babies? The cops are just like, yeah, we'll take you home. No questions asked. The parents also end up getting to come home on Christmas Eve.
Gran, it's Yasmin's mom. Listen, we're on our way home. The storm stopped a minute ago, like magic.
Gran was still stuck by the time they got home, and the guy who finally probably, we assume, saved her from the chimney is Santa himself. They saved Christmas, even though they really didn't. I guess they kind of saved the orphans' Christmas, which was nice. And that was the movie. It's funny because I feel like a lot of the Bratz movies are unhinged and kind of just odd, but this was pretty bad. This was probably the worst I've seen, and I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 10. It felt like they were writing the plot as they were like doing the animations. It was really all over the place. It didn't feel like they really thought it through at all. Alana said half a star. This movie gave me hives. 4 stars. Saved Christmas and the film industry. Feels like this movie is pretty controversial in the sense that it's either a movie you love or you hate. It doesn't feel like a movie where you're like, yeah, it was okay. You have to have a strong opinion about this one. And my strong opinion is that it was not a good one. I'm sorry I had to say 2 out of 10. And was my goal achieved in getting into the holiday spirit from this movie? No. It made me think, what are we doing? What are we doing as a society at large? Thanks for joining me, everyone. I love you all so much. I have memberships now on YouTube if you are interested in joining and supporting me. I have 3 different tiers. You can check it out below. Yeah. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.